This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Today, I'm covering Amber Heard on social media, as I do quite a bit with Johnny and Amber, because I'm following the case, but I think that social media can give us some insight on personalities, who people are, things like that. Now, Amber Heard last week started to block people, and she blocked people before that, and shut off comments on Instagram before that. But in the case of Twitter here, she pretty much blocked literally everybody. If you're watching this video, chances are you are blocked. Only people Amber Heard follows or are mentioned by her can reply. Now there's only about 200 people that she follows, and she doesn't mention anyone hardly ever. So I'm not even sure how these people here are responding. I mean, they just look like normal Twitter users. I guess it's her like Italia fans and things like that, and you know, she's only getting like 30 replies now. This guy right here has pretty much been an Amber Heard simp for a very long time. I'm not sure if she's following him. I'm going to assume she's not. He's got just a very moderate average account, not even 1,000 followers, so I'm going to assume she's not following this guy. I mean, if I go through real quick who she's following, probably, you know, his face would stick out there if she was. It's that yellow thing, that yellow robot. And I do not see it on this list here. So she is not following him. So I'm not sure exactly how their system goes, but that's the rule that they put in place. But apparently something is happening that's really strange, because she's only getting like 30 comments and she's got over 160,000 followers. Whether they're all people who like her or hate her or whatever, she should be getting way more than that amount of comments. So let's talk about the tweet here for 1 minute that I was looking at when I noticed this. So Katie Hill tweeted, "I sued Daily Mail for the publication of my non-consensual nude images. Today, we lost in court because a judge, not a jury, thinks revenge porn is free speech. This fight has massive implications for any woman who ever wants to run for office, so quitting isn't an option." Okay. And Amber Heard says, "In the New York Times, I wrote that people who have jobs in the public eye do not belong to the public. The ramifications of this decision don't only affect public figures, but impact anyone whose intimate info is published without consent. Denying anyone protection from that is inhumane." She uses the word inhumane. Well, let's use another word. Let's use the word stupid. Now here's the thing. Taking a nude photo of yourself is not stupid. That's fine. But you have to realize this. We live in 2021. Anytime you use your phone or your webcam or anything connected online that's connected to like 95% of the rest of the world, there's a chance that's going to get out. So if you take a photo like that, you gotta remember the times we're living in. You gotta remember your phone can get hacked, especially if you're famous. That photo can be found by someone, and if it was found by someone in 1985, it's just a picture. The worst they could do is steal the picture, and I guess they could print it in some magazine or newspaper, like the worst case scenario, but that's not really going to get around the same way something can get around today. So my idea is this. If you never want a nude photo of yourself getting out in some trashy tabloid like the Daily Mail, don't ever take one. That's the best way to handle it. And if you do take one and it gets out, well, obviously they want to use that. You know, they're gonna, for the sake of views and monetization and ad money and things, they're gonna use it. It's just a fact. Now, as far as being owned by the public, no, nobody owns anybody, but when you're famous on the world stage, like Amber Heard is, in a negative way, in my opinion, but nonetheless famous on the world stage, you've got to accept there are some drawbacks with being famous, just like there are some drawbacks with, say, being poor, having no money, making 25 grand a year and working your fucking ass off. So it's not like this big sympathy thing, like the public doesn't own us, we should have more freedom. It's just a drawback with being rich and famous, basically. So deal with it. It's not a big deal. It's part of life. There's really no fault for that no one to blame. You can't like blame the public as this individual collective who's coming after you. It's just, goes with the territory. I'm not famous, but I am known in the community, and something I say will go further than like my 3 friends or 4 friends if I say something like really messed up. I know that. Other YouTubers bigger than myself know that. So, be careful of what you say. It's up to you to shape the way people view you. Anyway, just thought it was interesting, especially this thing right here about how, only people who she follows and mentions can reply. I'm not sure that's like 100% set in stone. I can't reply, and obviously she doesn't mention to follow me, but I do see some people here who looks like just like low-level accounts she is not following. Or maybe she mentioned them, I don't know, in her years on Twitter, and now that handful of people can reply to her. So, Amber wants no more trolls, quote-unquote, or no more people throwing out facts and mature criticism about her. She doesn't want to hear it, and I guess that means it does get to her. So if you hear Amber Heard saying, well, it doesn't get to me, I ignore that stuff. No, it gets to her, or she wouldn't be doing this. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. Consider subscribing here. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.